beginning to roll around the racetrack. Once again, mentioned that up front in that number 29 is 77-year-old Richard Childress. And you think back to Richard Childress's career, it's a Hall of Fame career. Started racing. He was behind the wheel for 285 races from 1969 to 81, and then became the owner, and most famously for Dale Earnhardt, where he was able to win 6 championships as the car owner for Dale Earnhardt and everything that he was able to do. This chassis, by the way, when they put cars together, Steve, you know better than anyone, and we see Kevin Harvick pulling up beside him to lead the field here at Atlanta. This chassis is chassis number 70. Dale Earnhardt won with it in 2000 here at Atlanta, and then Kevin Harvick got his first ever Cup Series win in this 29 car right here in Atlanta in 2001 after the death of Dale Earnhardt.
It's unbelievable looking back. Nobody had any idea what type of career this would have been for Kevin Harvick. And when you think about RC, right, Richard Childress, so many owners have come and gone in the Cup Series, and he has persevered through cars and drivers and ups and downs. They kind of remind me of one another, both those fighting type mentality. This is a real special moment to have both of them pacing the field.
22 years, the career for Kevin Harvick. He was just 25 years old back in February. He took over the 29 car, and you see the fans and everyone putting 3 fingers up in the air. Special moment right there. We go back to 2001, and you remember Kevin Harvick, at just 25 years old, thrust into the spotlight, driving for Richard Childress Racing in a battle right down to the line, inches separated. Jeff Gordon, who had led the most laps all day here in Atlanta, but in the end, it was Kevin Harvick, and he still says that was probably the most pressure and emotional race he's ever been a part of after that win. You think back to that now, he's starting over his 800th starts in the Cup Series, is just tying him with Darrell Waltrip. Marty.
Well, Richard Childress will tell you he was a little nervous, excited though for this moment as he pulls on the pit road. But Steve, funny story about this chassis. You know, you would think everybody knew that day that was a huge moment in NASCAR history, right? You would think they retired it immediately, right? No. Guess what happened? They ran it 4 more times in 2001 as RC comes down pit road, still holding the 3 out. They finished second 1 more time with it, and then at the end of 01 is when they retired this car. That sounds about right for cars circa 2001, doesn't it, Steve?
Hey, run it. If it works, run it. We're not worried about history. We're worried about performance. Just a great story and such a cool moment.
Is RC trying to do a burnout down there?
It sounded like it. He was trying to do a burnout. Let's
good.
Dial up the driver of the 4. You got to just lead the field next to that 29 car. Let's see what Kevin